reviewed yesterday's video and the sound was not that great, so I'm gonna have to look into something better for sound. I do have earbuds. I thought they would work well for the microphone, but they don't. I think just having no mic right now, just using my phone works. And so I just wanted to touch base, say hello. We're moving up to the, driving up to the State House today. And my name is Cindy. This is my car chat. And I just want to give a little update. I am a teacher. This is our last full week of school. So I do have a substitute today. And next week we will have Monday off, and then we have exams. So winding down for school, and it was really, yeah, we have a couple kids that have already left because they are like quitting school early and going on a trip. So yeah, it's saying goodbye. That's the worst part of the whole experience of being a teacher. But something really great about it is years ago, when I first went to school, I homeschooled for many years, and I had 7 kids in the house, and I was just really overwhelmed. I had kids moving out because, you know, they're becoming adults, and they, you know, it's time for them to move on, and I was broken. I thought it'll be so much better when, you know, they're and so they went out, and it's really hard for me to adjust. So I was really praying about it, and the Lord gave me an opportunity to teach at a school, and I had 7 kids, and that year I taught first, second, third grade combination class, and it was a lot. It was a lot to juggle. My kids were awesome because they were looking forward to going to school. They helped. They got themselves ready. They always looked really nice for school. We had to wear uniforms. We had lots of rules, and they did great. That was a very strict Christian school, and they did great. They were amazing. My kids were not difficult at all, and the kids that I had in school really weren't either. It was just a lot of things to juggle. I had 13 students, first, second, and third grade. Isn't that kind of ironic? And I got in there, 10 of them were boys. So 10 boys, 3 girls, first, second, third grade, combination class, 7 kids of my own. And, you know, I just made it work because I knew that this would be better for my kids because they needed structure. They needed friends. I wanted them to have friends because the older kids were moving out, and you know, we were kind of getting depressed. So we stayed home. I mean, we went to school. I found out like the week before school started that I was going to take this job. So I had a lot to do. And then that year also my daughter, my second daughter, got married up in, over in Ohio. So we had all that to navigate. So they were so desperate. They hired me, and they put up with all of the little things at the beginning of the year that I had to go through. But we had a great year, and some of those students are graduating this year. So it's really awesome. I think that that whole class was a class full of geniuses because they all did so well in their school. Like, they went through all the papers, they did all the work, they were supersonic math students, excellent readers. They all finished all the class readers books before the end of the year. I was making them a book. I printed it out. It was called the Jolly Robin series. I printed out Jolly Robin for them, and it was kind of a gift to them. And it's an older book. It's out of copyright now by Sir Walter Scott Bailey. And he has a whole series that is about animals in the wild, and starts with Jolly Robin, and then there's Rusty Wren, and all of the animals have different names, and they're throughout all of the different books. I wish kids would read those today because they're amazing. They take the animal life and they put character to it, and so it teaches you about what animals are actually like and their characteristics, but they talk and stuff. It's really good vocabulary, really good morals, and it's probably advanced reading for today's first graders, but there's so many resources that have gone by the wayside because they're out of copyright now, and people think, oh, those are old, but actually the olds are the goods, you know? So you can still get that story on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, you can find someone who's reading Jolly Robin on YouTube. You can also go to Gutenberg.org and you can read it yourself or print it out. And so those resources are amazing. So I did that for those kids. So many of them are graduating this year, so it's really amazing, and the time just goes by so much. But that's a great part of teaching, is seeing how kids grow and what they do when they get older and, you know, become the people they're supposed to be. And so that is one of the good parts about teaching, but it's hard to say goodbye. I remember that first year when I had those 13 kids at the end of the year, I was like, I have to give them up? Like, I thought they were mine. They were only mine for a little while. Then they had to, you know, move on. And so that's the same with my world right now. I have my own 13 kids, and my 12th child is graduating on Friday. And so it's bittersweet. And then my last child is going to have one more year, and he'll be graduating. And oh my goodness, he wore the funniest outfit this morning because it's Red, White, and Blue Day. So maybe I'll post it in the community page. I put it on my Facebook if you're on my Facebook account. So yeah, so today's Red, White, and Blue Day, and time for fun. It's kind of like Spirit Week. Hey, Nifty 50. Hey, how you doing? So I'm headed to the State House today. And VIP kid update. I opened some slots, and Saturday night I only got like 2 bookings. Well, I am booked for Saturday. I think